Jabba the Hutt, more commonly known as Jabba the Hutt, was a Hutt gangster and crime lord, as well as a member of the Grand Hutt Council. Jabba operated on his palace on the outer rim world of Tatooine. Jabba was a major figure on Tatooine. He controlled almost all of the trafficking of illegal goods, piracy, and slavery, which generated most of the planet's wealth. He was also highly influential in the Outer Rim worlds as one of its most powerful crime lords. During the Clone Wars, Jabba exhibited tremendous influence and power over the Outer Rim, and most importantly, its hyperlanes. Because of this, both the Galactic Republic and the Confederacy of Independent Systems did whatever they could to keep Jabba happy. When Rada, Jabba's son, was kidnapped, Jabba promised his support to whomever returned his son. When the Separatists were revealed to have orchestrated Rada's kidnapping, Jabba pledged his support to the Republic. Jabba continued to operate in the Outer Rim after the end of the Clone Wars and the rise of the Galactic Empire, preserving his power base despite the interference of Darth Sidious, the Galactic Emperor. After the destruction of the Death Star by the Rebel Alliance, the Emperor sent Darth Vader to negotiate a deal with Jabba to secure raw materials for the Imperial military. Jabba's alliance with the Empire allowed him and the Hutts to survive the Imperial crackdown against criminal elements in the Outer Rim, as well as rid the Hutt of his rivals. After the smuggler Han Solo failed to repay him for lost cargo, Jabba placed a very high price on his head. Han Solo was eventually delivered to him by Boba Fett as a gift from Darth Vader. However, this capture brought him to the attention of Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, who sought to rescue his friend from Jabba's imprisonment. As he attempted to execute the Jedi and his allies in the Great Pit of Carkoon, Jabba was strangled to death by Leia Organa with the very same chains he used to enslave her.
I fight because that is what I was made to do, and the Empire is the instrument through which I realize my purpose. The Empire's war made manifest. That is why it is perfect.
Darth Malgus. Darth Malgus was a human male Sith Lord of the Sith Empire during the Great Galactic War. He was born under the name Veradun and was raised by his adoptive father. As a boy, Veradun killed a Twi'lek servant on his father's estate, thus revealing the dark will behind his sensitivity to the Force. Veradun was subsequently sent to the Sith Academy on the Imperial capital of Dromund Kaas, where he became an accomplished Sith Warrior. During a trip to Geonosis, Veradun discovered the Twi'lek slave girl Eleena Daru and took her as his own. The two fell in love and fought side by side in many battles during the Great Galactic War against the Galactic Republic. Veradun later shed his name and adopted the Sith moniker of Darth Malgus. Malgus and his master Vendikin led the recapture of the Sith world Korriban. However, after being injured by Jedi Master Kal Sindarak, Malgus cut down Vendikin without mercy. Malgus eventually went on to lead a surprise assault against the Galactic Republic on Alderaan. Although they were initially winning, Malgus and his forces were eventually defeated in a concentrated Republic counterattack led by his nemesis, future Jedi Grand Master Satele Shan. Malgus was gravely wounded during the battle and was forced to wear a respirator for the remainder of his life. In 3653 BBY, the deceitful Empire entered into sham peace negotiations with the Republic, which were truthfully nothing more than a distraction from the Sith's true target, the Republic capital of Coruscant. Malgus was chosen as leader of a strike team that would invade the Jedi Temple. Malgus succeeded in killing a substantial number of Jedi defenders, including Jedi Master Vin Zalo, who had been recognized as Malgus' most notable kill. By the end of the ambush, the Sith had destroyed the Jedi Temple, killed half of the members of the Jedi High Council, and disgraced the Jedi Order in the eyes of the Republic. However, Malgus had been deceived into thinking that the Imperial Armada was going to lay waste to Coruscant and destroy the Republic once and for all. On the contrary, the battle was used only as leverage in the peace negotiations on Alderaan. While the Alderaanian summit progressed, the Sith settled into an occupation of Coruscant. Malgus was placed in charge of orbital security, but the Sith Lord defied his orders and traveled back to Coruscant's surface to strike against the renegade Jedi Aaron Lanier, who was targeting Malgus for the murder of her master, Vin Zalo. In the end, Lanier failed, and Malgus became disillusioned with the Empire and began to view his relationship with Eleena as a weakness. Thus, he killed his lover in order to root out all weakness and increase his dark side power, which he later used to cleanse the Empire of the politicians whom he blamed for allowing the Republic to survive. During the Cold War years that followed the peace negotiations, Malgus led Sith forces into the unknown regions, claiming previously known territories for the Empire. Towards the end of the Cold War, following the presumed death of the Sith Emperor, Malgus came to the fore and declared a new empire, one free of the infighting of the Dark Council. In time, however, he was tracked down to his secret base and defeated. Nonetheless, he survived the battle, but he was captured and frozen in carbonite as a gift to Valkorion, ruler of the Eternal Empire.
Boba Fett was a male human bounty hunter. He was the clone of bounty hunter Jango Fett. Boba was created by the cloners on Kamino and was physically identical to the clone troopers created for the Grand Army of the Republic. However, Boba was unaltered and did not grow at the same accelerated rate as the other clones. Raised as Jango Fett's son, Boba learned the combat and mercenary skills necessary to one day become the most feared and respected bounty hunter in the galaxy. Boba watched in horror as his father Jango was killed by Mace Windu during the Battle of Geonosis. Once the battle left the arena, Boba made his way into the cleared arena and took his father's helmet, pressing it against his head while swearing vengeance against Mace Windu. Boba would later team with a group of bounty hunters that included Aurra Sing and Boss. Together, Boba and the bounty hunters crafted a plan to assassinate Jedi Master Mace Windu aboard the Republic vessel Endurance. Boba posed as a young clone trooper cadet with the nickname Lucky, using the fact that he appeared identical to the other young clones to his advantage. Boba, along with the other bounty hunters, set into motion a series of events that resulted in the destruction of the Endurance and the possible loss of many lives. Nonetheless, they failed to kill Mace Windu. Boba was subsequently sent to Coruscant, where he would be imprisoned. Mace Windu met Boba upon his arrival, and Boba apologized for his actions and the destruction that he caused, but he vowed to never forgive Windu for killing his father. After serving a prison sentence, Boba formed a team of bounty hunters and took on a number of jobs. After the rise of the Galactic Empire, Boba gained a reputation as one of the galaxy's most feared bounty hunters. His distinctive Mandalorian armor helped keep stories about the Mandalorians alive in the galaxy after the Empire's subjugation of the planet Mandalore. By the time of the Galactic Civil War, Boba worked for Jabba the Hutt. Shortly after the Battle of Hoth, Boba and other bounty hunters were gathered by Darth Vader to locate Han Solo, hoping to use him to lure Luke Skywalker into a trap. The plot was successful, and Boba took Solo, who was frozen in carbonite, to Tatooine to collect the bounty that Jabba had placed on him. After Solo's friends mounted a rescue on Tatooine, a battle broke out over the Great Pit of Carkoon. Boba fought against the rebel rescuers and was inadvertently knocked into the Sarlacc pit by Han Solo. Whether or not Boba Fett was killed has been highly debated. However, we have yet to see a return of Boba Fett to canon after this event.
Kylo Ren's lightsaber set the geek internet on fire when we first saw it. However, it's actually pretty tame when compared to other lightsabers we've seen in the Legends universe and in canon. The Inquisitors, for example, all carry double-bladed lightsabers with a full circle crossguard. This allows the lightsaber to spin like a helicopter blade. Now, this might seem dangerous considering the acrobatics performed during lightsaber duels, but the Inquisitors need all the help they can get. They are not powerful Force users, so they need all the help they can get from their weapons in order to stay competitive against Jedi. The crossguard lightsaber first appeared in the hands of Jedi Rublio Darte during the Clone Wars in the Dark Horse comics. His lightsaber had two blue blades. One was a regular length blade while the other was dagger size and blazed at a 90-degree angle from the hilt. Darte's crossguard saber actually makes more sense than Kylo Ren's saber, as it would be able to entrap another saber and lessen the chance of him losing a hand. The light whip first appeared in the hands of the Dark Lady Lumaya. In the old non-canon Marvel comics, Lumaya quickly defeats Luke Skywalker with her light whip. The only way Luke can later defeat her is by constructing a Shoto or short lightsaber that he dual wields with his regular saber. Even the lightsaber had a beta test. The original proto saber was connected to a power pack which was worn on the user's hip attached to a cord. As you can probably imagine, this restricted the user's movements during a duel. Can you imagine being in a lightsaber duel and you accidentally cut your cord or your battery dies?
Wait, time out! I cut my stupid cord again or my battery died, one of the two. I am going to need a minute.
Talk about a sketchy situation. The Proto-Saber was first introduced in the Tales of the Jedi, the Golden Age of the Sith comic book series from Dark Horse. The weapon was widely used during the Great Hyperspace War. Well, that's it folks. 4 weird, exotic lightsabers from canon and legends. Post your comments below and tell me about any sabers that I didn't include. Please subscribe and turn on the notifications to my channel so that you can be alerted when I make new videos. Please share this video and check the description box below to watch more videos. Thank you. I sincerely appreciate your time. I am John Armstrong Media, and I approve this message.